We're back at it again, working on the one, the only $700 shit box. Today, we're gonna be fixing the horrendous steering this thing has. There is a horrendous amount of play in this truck steering. This is what the steering box looks like. It's not good. This is really just the first step in fixing this truck's horrendous steering. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to it. You stupid!
To begin the repair of this destroyed steering, you get to watch a dumbass yank on a steering wheel.
Just gonna pop the airbag out and we're gonna put new wheel in, and then you get to watch my really cool method of getting the wheel out. It's called tug of war. Really fun trick to get the wheel off. I have the nut slightly loose, but not fully off. And if you don't have the tool, you just grab the wheel and you go. Come on. She'll come off. Okay, took way too much force, but we got it loose. Just keep that bolt tight and tug and pray. All right, new wheel is on. Looking so much better. Still loose, but looking a whole lot better.
All right, now it's time to fix this truck's sloppy steering. This dumbass has no idea what he's about to get into.
She's on a lift and ready to go. Just found out my four-wheel drive does not work because only one tire spins and the front tires were not moving when I put it in four-wheel drive. Good. Let's get this fixed. Hey, what you doing up there? Hey. Oh.
Comment down below what we should name the new barn bird.
So I think I figured out the first issue of the steering box. You just come over here. You see how this whole thing's flexing? It's missing a washer. It's not even secured to the frame properly, but I also like to just say why I'm diagnosing this bad steering box is just listen. You hear grinding. Literally nothing else is moving besides the steering box, and it has a ton of play. I think we gotta fix the steering box. Let's get it out. All right, this is Idiot from the future. Before everyone comments down below and says, hey, there's so much other stuff wrong with your steering, listen, I know. This is part one of a two-part episode, but let me show you something. This is one of our tire rods. Completely cracked open, and it's like a freaking stick shift. And if we go for a little journey over here, we could see that they're all getting replaced, okay? This one was the only somewhat salvageable one. It is not completely torn and it was kind of tight. This one's completely cracked open and this one's toast. I mean, it's just, they're so loose too. So I'm gonna replace all of these. Basically, the point I'm trying to get at here is the steering box was bad because there was a ton of play in it. But 3 out of 4 of these tie rods are bad, so I'm just gonna replace all of them. And then I believe I also might have one bad ball joint, but I might also just replace all of them too, because I wanna do it right. You know, I feel like if there's 2 things I should put money into, it should be steering and brakes, because those are the most important things, I'd say. So I just wanted to quickly address that. But anyway, back to the video, and hopefully I can pull this off without screwing stuff up.
Oh, this dumbass is most definitely gonna screw this up.
We gotta get the pitman arm nut off and then pray I can get this out. I got this oiled up. I got this janky air impact. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, uh-oh. She's being difficult. Oh, I was doing it the wrong way. That makes sense. Look at that. Beautiful. It makes a difference when you torque it the right way. Now we have the part that's going to determine whether I can even get this done tonight or not. I went to O'Reilly's, right? And I said, hey, I need a pitman arm puller. They gave me this one. I'm like, hey, that looks kind of small. And they're like, well, this is the only one we have. So I'm like, well, shit. So I'm shit out of luck. So this doesn't fit. And I thought it wouldn't, but I rented it just in case because it's a free return. Now, okay, what do you do if you don't have a pitman tool? There's a problem, a man finds a solution. And that's a crowbar. I'm going to give it a shot, but we'll see. I got the power steering, at least one line detached. I'm just letting this drain out all the dirty power steering fluid. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the pitman arm off. I want to just try to get everything detached tonight besides like the frame bolt. Honestly, there's only really 3 things you got to detach. These 2 lines and then the steering. And then there's the bolts on the frame, but those really aren't that bad.
You're about to watch a dumbass battle with a piece of metal.
All right, it's been 2 days since the last clip. I got a new steering box. It's on the floor. I'll show that in a minute. And I now have the proper pitman arm puller. So let's get this damn pitman arm off and let's get a new steering box on. And enough talk, let's get to it. Okay, the audio was really bad when I recorded this, so I'm just gonna explain what's going on here. Now that I have the right size tool, I'm trying to get this pitman arm off, but it's just really not working now. I literally got the tool so tight I thought it was gonna snap off, and it would not budge at all. I sprayed penetrating fluid on it, I whacked it numerous times, I literally tried everything. Nothing really seemed to be working. What I decided to do here was just take the pitman arm end off the tie rod, because that was a lot easier to get off. Pulled it off that way, and then I just took the steering box home. So now I can have fun and try to get it off in a vice grip, which I have a little more room to work with. So we'll see what I can do. Steering box is pretty easy to get out. Just take the 3 bolts that are holding it to the frame mount and it pops right off. Not a big deal. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, old, new. Obviously just visibly they look a lot different, but this one is nice and toast and also makes a nice noise now. That's what good steering box sounds like. All right, while I was at it too, because I couldn't get the pitman arm off from that end, I'm gonna go see if I could put this in like a vise and do something. I don't know how I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna figure out something. Took the tie end rod off because yeah, this thing's shot. I mean, but for now, while I'm at it, I'm just gonna replace this because I should do it because this is the time when you should do this because you gotta take it off anyway. So, okay, just for comparison, this is the old tie rod. This thing is completely just toast, cracked open. New one, much better. It's like barely moves. I mean, it moves if you force it a bit, but I'm not gonna do that. Greased it up, good to go. Okay, that took way too long. I got this thing almost like red hot and I just went to town and I took this tool to the point, I mean, oh, that's really hot too. This is warped upwards, like this tool almost broke and I was just like, screw it. I'm gonna either break the tool or it's gonna come off. And between that and the air hammer, I gave it 2 taps with a mini sledge and pop, it popped right off. I'm really pissed. That took like 3 hours to do. That was on there extremely good, and I did not want to pay. These are like over $100, and I was like, I do not want to replace that. Just a hunk of metal. Got that fixed. Let's get the steering box back together, and let's get this thing working. New steering box, old steering box. Big difference. I got this fluid line hooked up early just because I had it already attached. Might as well just make it easier. One less thing I got to worry about. And then I'll do that one when I get it down in the truck. But yeah, we just got to get this in now. And that's gonna be somewhat tricky. Not too bad, just have to lift it in and bolt it in. So yeah, let's get that done. All right, let's get this pupper back in. She gonna be heavy. Oh. One bolt at a time. Oh, come on. Almost just dropped. Yummy dirt. All right, that's a bolt. Somewhat started. Do not fall. Please do not fall. It pays to have your ratchet when you need it. Okay, so now we're just gonna get these tightened down. I'm gonna torque them off camera. I think the most fascinating part about all this though is that never having done any of this before, at first, before you know nothing about it, it does seem very complicated. And then the more you do it, it's like, oh, this goes here, this is easy. And that's the coolest part about all this, just learning this. All I gotta say is that ain't going nowhere. All right, grand reveal. It's all put back together. Power steering box or pump is filled up. And just right off the get-go, a lot less play. Let's go ahead and crank it up and let it try to burp out all the air. There we go. Yeah, that's all the play it's got now. So much better. Okay, in this video, we managed to take the steering box from looking like this and turning it into this. Well, I replaced it. Same difference though. Next episode, we're gonna be fixing these tie rods as they are junk. Woo! Anyway, if you guys are enjoying this series and want to see more, all you gotta do is like and subscribe. I'd love to do this full time. Can't right now, so I can't pump as much content out. Comment down below what your favorite part was, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Subscribe.